Hi, my name's Stephen, and this is Rittenhouse Needlepoint. Welcome. Today to talk about Elegance from Rainbow Gallery. Elegance is a silk pearl, size 8. Kind of an unusual size, smaller than the size 5. It is a 100% spun silk. So the difference between spun silk and filament silk, I don't know that we've talked about that before. Spun silk is of a lesser quality than filament silk, which is not to say that it isn't a fine quality thread, but filament silk is more expensive and has a higher sheen than spun silk. It's also a bit more difficult to use, a bit more finicky. Spun silk is what you will normally encounter when you're in a needlepoint store. If you do find filament silk, you're likely to notice the difference. So, and it's probably going to be explained to you that this is filament silk. So, if nobody's explained that it's filament silk, then you're dealing with spun silk. So, Elegance is spun silk, 100% silk. It's a pearl, so it's twisted like a cord. And it's a size 8, so it's thin. It's sold on cards like pretty much all of the Rainbow Gallery products. So you'll find it on those spin racks in the Rainbow Gallery farm, which we call it here at Rittenhouse Needlepoint. Rainbow Gallery seems to be marketing this product toward, I don't know, counted thread, counted work people. I'm not sure why. It says on the card, twisted silk for fine counted work. So it's a perfectly appropriate thread for needlepoint. So don't be deterred by what it says on the card. I use it all the time in my needlepoint. You can even use it for basket weave on 18 mesh. It is a bit light in coverage, so I wouldn't try to cover a blank canvas with a colored thread because you're going to have some of the canvas showing through. You'll have a little white flecks here and there, which is called dandruff, if you care. And I wouldn't also try and change colors with this thread, change the color of a painted area. Because you're going to have the original color of the canvas showing through. So only use this thread when you have a close color match with the painted canvas underneath it. So having said that, it will cover well, just a little on the light side. So it has a tight Z twist. So their threads that are corded have a Z twist or an S twist. It has to do with which direction the cord has been twisted. One way is an S twist, the other way is a Z twist. Not necessarily something that you need to know, but you may hear people refer to it. So it is strongly twisted, so it can be used for pulled work, pulled canvas work, and hardanger work. So pulled canvas work is when you really tug on the thread and you create holes, big holes in the canvas, and you're doing that deliberately because you like the look of it. So the thread is made in Switzerland. So in addition to chocolate and cows with bells, Elegance thread comes from Switzerland. So You would use 1 strand on 18 mesh. I think I said that. The colors of the thread, we have some beautiful jewel toned colors here. They're dyed to match the colors of Splendor and Grandeur. Grandeur is the silk pearl equivalent of Elegance. It's the size 5 version though, and we will get to that when we get to the threads that begin with G. So we're only on the letter E. I have a note here that says it's great for twisty stitches. So twisty stitches are spirographic stitches, I call them. Kind of, well, if you've seen them, you know what I'm talking about. But they're also referred to as Jean Hilton type stitches. Jean Hilton was a stitcher. Very popular about 20, 30 years ago. She specialized in a certain type of stitch, which, well, I don't know how to describe it except to say that they were twisty stitches and sort of spirographic looking. And if you go to Google and type in Jean Hilton needlepoint and then go to the images page, you will see plenty of examples of what I am referring to. And they're pretty neat. They really are, but they maybe are an acquired taste. Perhaps they won't appeal to everyone, but they certainly are a challenge to do, and they can be addictive. So there are a lot of people out there who are crazy for Jean Hilton type stitches, and this is an excellent thread for them. Having said that, let's see, 20 yards on each card. I don't know whether I mentioned that. This is a good choice for clothing, backgrounds. It's a good general purpose thread, and I would also use it if I was interested in light stitching. Elegance by Rainbow Gallery. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and visit us anytime on myneedlepoint.com. This is Stephen from Rittenhouse Needlepoint signing off.